Well, good evening. This is Dwan, and we are here on Tuesday night, on a beautiful Tuesday night. You might be able to see the sunset behind us. Definitely an indicator that the weather is changing and that it's the winter is kind of beginning to leave us, which is kind of a nice thing. Anyway, I'm here with Chuck and with Angela, and they're going to be facilitating a couple lessons tonight. So, Chuck, tell us a little bit about maybe how you got connected with Mid-Valley Fellowship, and then what lesson you're talking about tonight.
Okay, I'm Chuck, and I've been with Mid-Valley Fellowship since 2012. I went through Clean Heart Year 1 and then Clean Heart Year 2, and I've been through Mending the Soul. Tonight I'm teaching on families, and I'm teaching about different roles that they have in the family and different areas of family life, and what their family of origin was like, so they can look back and see where some of their situations have started.
Yeah.
So.
Because a lot of times those roles that we kind of have in our family of origin, we tend to repeat later on in life
as
in
adults,
other relationships.
Right, and some of it is stuff that we've never dealt with, and we need to go back and actually deal with it.
Yeah. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Angela, what about the lesson you're teaching on?
So I'm Angela, and I've been around Mid-Valley Fellowship for 14 years, and so it's a privilege always to get to lead these conversations. So tonight I'm teaching and taking back ground, which I haven't done in a couple years, I realized today. And the lesson is on idolatry. And I think it's powerful because we can see, as humans, we all have things or people, and we're specifically talking about unhealthy relationships tonight that become idols in our lives. So how do we attach in unhealthy ways or out of balance ways to other people in a way to try to satisfy our deepest longings instead of going to God? And just talking through how do we break those strongholds, how do we choose to take those idols out of our life to make room for where God wants to step in and fill those places in us. And so I pray that it will be a really helpful conversation tonight.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. That kind of sounds a little bit like it almost leads into some things for the retreat and our surrender service. And
Yeah, for sure.
Like the necessity to give up those things that get in the way in our relationship with God.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Good. Cool. I'm going to be teaching Mending the Soul, and just in case you're wondering, there's not a bomb about to explode in the background. That's just some timer somewhere. But I'm doing Mending the Soul, and we're going to be talking about shame again. So continuing our conversation from last week. Last week we talked about the importance of identifying whether something is conviction or legitimate shame or toxic shame, and also kind of seeing how it pops up in different places. And this week we're going to be talking about lies that come from the shame, and then also what does it look like to give the shame back to the abuser, because it really was their shame, not ours as the person who experienced the abuse. And so we're talking through some of those things. Some of the other topics tonight are talking about stages of grief, which certainly for spouses, and so that whenever we go through these kinds of issues and struggles, there's often grief because it's like, this isn't the way I expected my marriage to look. And so talking about what does it look like to grieve those losses. And then also talking about shame in Clean Heart Year 1 as well, from a little bit different vantage point, but same topic in some ways. And so anyway, so lots of great things tonight, lots of kind of challenging but valuable topics. And so anyway, we value your prayers as always, and thanks you guys for being along for the video and for the ride this evening. And so we just value your prayers, and we will see you next time.